What's going on? We are back. What is happening? You see it. We in the building, baby. Let's go. DJ Bobby Collins on the 1 and 2. Rocking you. Okay, no. Sorry, wrong show. What is going on? You see it. Yeah, I'm Ron holding it down. John couldn't be here tonight. He's at a game with the little ones, but that's okay because we got a great stand-in today. You know how MBK fam does. We got the guy himself, diehard Eru in the building. Let's go.
Yeah, it's diehard. This is not John.
Oh,
think I'm John here when I'm young. This is not John. This is his cousin Eru. You know.
Wait, what do you mean this is not John? It says it right there. John, that's you.
There you go. Hey, good to see you.
First off, I didn't notice, but look at Eru's hands, folks. He's healing right. He's showing the gammies. Let's go.
I don't know if you guys can see it. I got a little stitch there, like some stitches in there.
All right, okay. Well, at least it doesn't look that bad. Looks like it's gonna heal up good.
Yeah, almost there.
Yeah, glad you're doing better, bro. Good to see you as always.
No doubt.
Hey man, so listen, shout out to the chat. I hope you guys are doing well. You know what I mean? Like, look, you know, the NBA is wild right now. I don't know what's happening. Money is just flowing. You know what I mean? Everybody, get money. You get money.
Where's the Lakers getting all this bread from?
Yo, this is
I was just watching the MSG thing. They put all the Lakers moves. I was like, how did they get all that money? You know, they were capped out, and now they have all these guys signed on the contract. It's unbelievable.
I feel like the Lakers are, you know, they in. You know what I mean? They in. If you ain't in, you don't know. But I feel like the Lakers are in. So, geez, I don't know what they're doing. Wow, it's incredible. And believe me, it's funny that I mean, I guess it's because it's obvious. We're gonna take a look at the Lakers roster on this show today because it's wild. I don't know how they're doing this either. It's crazy. It's just crazy to me.
You know, yeah, man. Too, before you get started with the NBA stuff, the MSG Plus. Did anybody see the rates for that? It's like over $300-something for the year, which isn't so bad. You know what I'm saying? But like during the season, 82 games, they want you to pay $29 a month, and then if you don't want to do that, it's $10 per game. That is incredible to me. You know?
Wow.
It's an incredible investment. But I mean, listen, if you like an overseas Knicks fan, shout out to Andy. You know, I guess that might be a good value for them, man. But sheesh.
Yeah, that's nuts. And I hope they're not, because I heard before that they might do some slick stuff. You know what I mean? They might make it so that there's certain games you could only see through you know, the MSG Plus.
Yes.
I hope that's not the case, because that's dirty. You know what I mean? That's dirty.
Yeah. Well, right now they're letting you sign in through your internet provider too. You know, so if you got a cable provider, you can still sign in through them and then, you know, still watch it. But you just got to pay attention to that, man. You know, this is like Big Brother stuff happening here, man. They're taxing us for everything, man. I don't get it. We got to pay for these contracts, I guess, these NBA contracts.
Yeah, man. That's just, oh, geez. I don't know, man. It's like, the older we get, the worse things get. And the thing is, the young people, they don't even know. Like, they might be like, oh, yo, that's kind of messed up. I don't know why they do it. But they ain't taking it the way we taking it, because they changing everything we used to get for free. Right. And then make it uncomfortable for us to watch stuff. Not only was stuff free, but you can just watch it anywhere. Now they want to black out things here, black out things. It's just, things have changed so much, man.
Yeah, so it's always just a matter of time before, like, it's always like wide open, and then until they find a way to put a cap on it, then, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, 100% facts, bro. You ain't lying. Shout out to the chat. Ruffin Fam is in the building. Let me start out. I'll come back to it. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. 19 Con Man in the building. What's good? You see Diehards in the building, obviously. JJ's here. Salute, JJ. Angel Torres in the building. Mega NYK. Salute. iStream Team Radio's in the building. Sweet baby Jesus. That name is fire. I don't know.
I like it.
Salute. Appreciate you. And thank you for being here. Because I know I haven't seen you in the chat. Thank you for watching the show. Trilogy Music is in the building. Salute. Thank you for being here. Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community, is in the building. Let's go, Geraldine. Molly Mall in the building. Lakers got that Russ money off the books. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but the Lakers are just throwing money around. Russ was only making like $40 million. They gave, I don't know. I don't know. We gotta look at. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. Spoilers, man. I think Russ is making like $8 million right now. And then there's other players like his teammate right now, Austin, whatever, he's making 14 or something like that.
Wow. How quickly the mighty have fallen, B.
Yeah, man.
And I think honestly, I still think Russ can play a little bit out there. He's not, he may not be the shot is broken, but he can do a lot of stuff out there on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming, especially like if you already have a set team as a starter, but have him coming off the bench, Russell Westbrook, holy moly, man! He's gonna be like 50 years old, still dunking two hands in Rucker Park or something like that.
I tell you, I wouldn't have minded him on the Knicks for $8 million a year. I mean, that's not too bad. I would have taken that deal. But whatever. Yeah, it's not horrible. Bo Ismail in the building. Salute, Bo. Let me see. Quality Jumpers in the building. I see you, Danny. I'm gonna come right back to you in a minute. Larry Wallace is in the building. He says $5 a month on NBA TV for the Knicks games only. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's great, actually.
Wow. You got to be careful with the blackouts. Man, we're saying blackouts. NBA TV always blacking out games, man.
They black out everything, B.
Yeah.
And my the name I hate to say, Zigzag Zigala, Zig. All right. Salute, brother. I'm always happy to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Harlem CEO is in the building. Salute. Eric Kang is in the building. Salute. And thank you to those who may be watching that aren't in the chat. You don't get your type on. That's cool. We appreciate you nevertheless. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. So Larry Wallace says $15 a month. Sorry, with the local blackouts.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Those suck. Those are frustrating because you don't really get it. So you're getting ready for the game and you're like, come on, it's like it's blacked out. It's like, gee,
That's crazy. That is wild. Shout out to DJ Space Ghost and David L. Good to see y'all. All right, let's get it cracking. So anyway, I don't know, Eru. I'm surprised because there's a lot of movement happening. Certain players that I didn't even know were gonna, because every year there's these star players that you're like, oh, maybe your team has a shot at this player, or maybe who knows, but they wind up re-signing, right? So but the smaller players that have been with a team for quite some time and have been a part of the run, I don't think those guys are gonna make it to the market. Those are the guys that are starting to leave. The Grant Williamses of the world, I know it's a trade, but I felt like Grant Williams was somebody who was valuable for all the big threes he hit for them, the great defense he's played. I just felt like he has always been a really good role player. Did you see the Celtics getting rid of Grant Williams?
I don't know what they're doing over there. They went and got rid of their whole heart and soul over there. So I don't know. They're in transition, the Celtics. I'm not afraid of anything they did. Even though they picked up Kristaps, they got rid of, what's the other guy? The
Marcus Smart.
Right, Marcus Smart. Both of those two guys were their defensive anchors. So I don't know what they're doing over there. Maybe the number, because if you look at Grant Williams' numbers, his numbers don't jump out at you. He doesn't average double figures. The only thing that jumps out at you is the fact that he shoots close to 40% from three. Other than that, he's not really doing much else except just being a really big, just a big annoying guy, out there on the court. So
It's
I
true.
guess they figured that he was expendable. They could have shifted the money in another spot.
And I get that. I could see them doing something like that, but they got rid of Marcus Smart too. Like, I mean, now you kind of changing your defensive identity when you do that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus Smart was guarding Julius. He was guarding everybody. He was guarding all positions. With no problem getting a lot of flops and stuff. Like I said, just being a leader, hitting go away shots, getting big time steals and that type of thing. So now they're gonna have to look elsewhere for that. They do have Brogdon. They got Derek White. Still over there. They got a couple guys that could fill it in there, but nothing replaces Hart. Nothing replaces just the determination, the way that these guys play. You can't replace that soul of the game. You can't replace it.
Facts. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, I guess that's a sign. Like, kind of, you look at it like Boston traded one of the heart and soul pieces of the team in Marcus Smart. So, like, as a Knicks fan, you look at RJ or Julius, you say, "Oh, this is business. It happens." So you never know. You never know.
Well, remember when we signed Fournier, like Boston getting Kristaps, after the fact. Now I'm thinking about it. It kind of reminds me of them getting Fournier because, like, Fournier, offensive player, the Knicks needed a shooter. We needed a little shooting guard. They're thinking that they might need like a just a more consistent center to shoot the three to stretch the floor. Okay, that might work for you, but Kristaps, is he going to provide leadership, and on the defense wise, is he gonna replace what Marcus Smart was bringing as far as, like I said, just verbal, because they don't have no leader. Like Marcus Smart was their leader, so it's just very odd to me, the decision to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. I hear you. Shout out to the chat once again. Jay Boogie's in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope you are doing well. He said, bosses know how to spend money and bring back more than what they spent. That way it will never look like I spent anything. Shout out to the chat and the panel. Salute, salute, salute with the 3 capital S's. Salute, my brother Jay Boogie. Appreciate you. And shout out to Danny Thomas. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you for the generous super chat. He said, checking in from Stockton, California. We should sign Yuta Watanabe for the backup 4 spot. Great shooter. I wish that would have been something that, the Knicks could have looked into. But unfortunately, Watanabe got snatched up quickly. He got snatched up either, if not the Friday that opened up free agency, or the day after. He's out of here. He's been gone. So, but it's a nice idea. Yeah, he's on Phoenix. Yeah, he's a good one though. I like his, what he brings to the table, and he's got good height.
Yeah, he's electric. He's one of those guys that, like, if he's not really shooting, he's not really, he disappears. But then if he is shooting, he becomes like an electric player, almost like what we were talking about. What was his name? Our shooter that we used to have. See, as we get older, man, we need that guy that behind the scenes with the ear to tell you,
my guy, discount double check.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, 16, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Novak, Steve.
Yep. Mr. Steve Novak.
Shout out to Dripmore, the preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go. What's going on, Dripmore?
Hey,
Rick's Nation is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. HP Carlos is here. Tony Bell is in the building. Salute. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. So now I'll make my little announcement. Normally I would kick off the show. Like, if you have an announcement, you kick off the show with the announcement, but not everybody's here to watch the announcement. So you kind of got to wait till the people come in. Got to give the people what they want. So before we continue with the rest of the show, the announcement is, I don't know if this is the last one, but it might be the last one before we switch up. We are revamping and changing the style of the show. You're going to see some familiar elements, so some stuff is going to stay the same, but we have decided to switch up and come with something fresh, a new look, a new style. Hopefully it changes the way we look at, a podcast covering the NBA. I think you guys are going to like it, so stay tuned. So, and we decided to do this because, as you know, this show is called the NBA Report on Nothing But Knicks Network. But there's another channel out there that decided to call their show the NBA Report. Actually, they named their channel the NBA Report. I think that's Nick Fans TV. Yeah. Nick Fans TV did that. So rather than feel a certain way about it, we have decided that we are going to take it and run with it. Because you know what? Imitation is flattery. That's all I'm going to say. But in the next 2 to 3 weeks, look for us to start something new. Hopefully it's a little fresh take on covering the NBA, and you guys enjoy it. So stay tuned. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programming. So Grant Williams is up out of here. Obi Toppin is up out of here.
What do you think about Obi Toppin, man?
Was it today that I saw it or yesterday? I think it was today. Hold on. Let me just see. Shoot. Oh, I lost it. I had it up because I wanted to say there was another person here. Wait. Maybe it's here under. I think I put it under this tab. Yeah. Victor Oladipo. Is that it? Let me see. Yep. There we go. Victor Oladipo's up out of here. He is now with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obi Toppin is with the Indiana Pacers. Grant Williams has gone and wound up being traded to the Dallas Mavericks in a 3-way deal. But the teams that initially had these players, guess what they're getting back? Second-round picks.
Right.
Everybody's trading second-round picks, guys. I guess, we were talking about this on NBK last night and a couple days ago on, Know the Ledge, and on Eru's show too. Eru, I think, brought it up. Is the second-round pick the new NBA currency? For right now, at least with all of the discussion with this new CBA agreement and how everything's going, it seems like it's much more valuable to acquire or hold on to these second-round picks because they have less impact financially, and you can kind of move stuff around. You could put them in a deal without, taking any really high added value, and you can get stuff done this way. And Sim brought it up last night. You could even get an early second-round pick, which is like getting a late first-round pick. What do you think, Eru?
I mean, it's always been like the like for like teams that are made the playoffs and stuff like that, they don't want to add salary to the squad. They just kind of want to run it back. It used to be a lot of running it back in the days. A lot of what do you call extensions and running it back. So I mean, you would get the second-round picks that way. You could just dump the first-round picks that you want. That way, that guaranteed money won't be stacked up on the books and stuff. So I get it. But now with the salary cap becoming so out of control now, where guys, Damian Lillard's gonna be making $60 million in a few years. Some of these guys we're probably gonna talk about it, made 260, getting close to $300 million over the course of only 5 years. So it's getting crazy. So it's gonna become very important for teams that let's say they might have cap space, but there's nobody to sign. So now they'll be playing that absorbing game where they'll just start absorbing contracts just because there's nobody to sign. The salary cap is so huge, and they already have their roster, so they could just suck a player onto the roster and only got to give away second round draft picks. So, but it is frustrating because I like players, So like Indiana was slick. They traded Obi for 2 second-round picks, but then they went and flipped their own player Duarte to where did he go, to Sacramento, right? And
he also came back with 2 second-round picks.
Right.
Thank you. That's another name that I was going to skip to. Yes, that's right.
Right. But just as a fan of the game, I would have preferred to just trade straight up Obi for Duarte. That would have been nice. But I get it. The financial ramifications and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense that way.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up in the way that you brought it up, Ebru, because I was going to say something to Knicks fans. Look at that. Look at the fact that we traded Obi to them, got 2 second-round picks back. Then they wound up trading Duarte and got 2 second-round picks back.
Right.
Why couldn't they have just traded Obi for Duarte? And I think Eru just answered it for you guys and I wonder, would that satisfy Knicks fans? Would they have been happier if the Knicks would have got Duarte back for Obi? What do you think?
Well, let me throw this at you. Like they did trade Duarte. Let's say if the Knicks didn't do the Obi Toppin thing and they traded Duarte for 2 second-round picks, people would be thinking like, oh man, something must be wrong with Duarte. He's not doing this, that, and the other. They just traded him for a second-round picks. It must be nothing. But they did it to Obi, and the narrative on our side for Knicks fans is like, oh, they ruined his career. That they should have gave him more minutes. Tom Thibodeau's an idiot, this, that, and the other. But like, I bet you, like the Indiana fan, I didn't get a chance to look at any chats or anything like that. But I bet you they don't care. The fans for them. They went in, they signed this guy, for a lot of money. The kid from Denver. They signed him for like $22 million, man. So
yeah, Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown. So that's problematic. Bruce Brown, $22 million per year. That's crazy. That's only like 3 years less than Julius Randle. So they got him, and then they got Mathurin, and then they have also Buddy Hill still on the roster too. So, I bet you they don't care about Duarte because they already got guys that fill that spot already. What's the other guy too? Naismith is over there. So they got quite a few players there that are decent. So, I bet you they can care less about Duarte. But like I said, it's just so funny. This market, I guess, with all the fans and just like the social media, Knicks fans are crazy. So we just we throw a lot of things out of proportion.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know if the average Knicks fan is thinking this, but I wouldn't have been. I'm not surprised, and I think I'm right when I say this. I think that maybe even when the OB thing came up, Duarte would have been coming back to the Knicks. But I don't think the Knicks wanted Duarte. I don't think they wanted anybody. I think the second-round picks is what they wanted. Right. Not because of the second-round picks per se. It's because of that $6.8 million trade exception. Because if you get a player in Duarte back, you ain't getting that trade exception. And the Knicks needed that trade exception. How they use it, I don't know. But I think they wanted that.
Man. That's like getting a voucher at the casino, man. You're like, man, this is burning a hole in my pocket, man. I gotta use it. They tell you cash out. I'm like, I got that voucher, $300. I should put it back in the machine. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, what are the Knicks doing? Because I was expecting, the MSG just had that big special. We was watching it. The only thing good about the special was Monica's legs, man. She has some great legs, man. I'm a big fan of Monica, man. But they do a great job, putting the show for us and stuff. But you just was hoping that something would have been announced today that we could have that we could have talked about tonight. But the Knicks are still just waiting. Today was the day where most of these contracts become valid and stuff. Summer League is on the 8th. So I think it hurts me, but I think we might be done. What do you think about that? Do you think we're done for the summer?
No, I don't think we're done. Because there's still players out there that I think are going to get moved. Like, for example, Pascal Siakam. I don't know where Toronto is right now, what their plan is, but I think they're trying to shed cash. I think they're trying to get out from under these contracts that they have. I think they're saying to themselves, we haven't done anything since we won, and it doesn't look like we're moving in that direction. That's the reason why they were able to let Van Vliet go.
Right.
And so I think Siakam is the next domino. And we'll see what they do with OG. But so Siakam's one guy. OG might be another guy. Zach LaVine. Still don't know what's going on with Zach LaVine. Not for the Knicks, but there's just guys out there that is still questionable. Joel Embiid. As much as I don't like to believe the whole, everybody's interested in the Knicks. Yeah, and if this happens, Joel, whatever. But if Harden gets traded, which Harden is probably going to get traded, and Philadelphia gets something good, maybe Embiid sticks it out. But if they don't, Embiid might want to go. So that's another alternative. The other thing, Karl Anthony Towns. Minnesota might just be waiting to see what this whole market flushes out and to see after the dust settles who looks like they actually need something. Who can we get something for? Like, we've seen what they all did and put their teams together. Now who might need Cat? Like, maybe they're waiting for stuff like that. So I think there's different there's different players out there that are still interesting. And we don't even know the intentions of Indiana with like Miles Turner, what they're going to do with him. They might want to keep him, but we don't know. And Indiana's stacked over there. They got a lot of you think the Knicks are kind of clustered up at the guard position. Indiana's clustered at the guard position and forward, actually. So There might be other teams out there that are like that too. Even OKC, we don't know what they want to do. They've got some really good talent over there, but now they just got their number one draft pick is healthy this year. So he's someone they drafted players in the draft. So there's got to be room for all these players. And, maybe they get somebody disgruntled over there that's like, I want to go somewhere and win now. You know what I mean? I don't know,
Well, yeah, I'm just tired of the shenanigans. All the teams that you mentioned, like OKC with their shenanigans. Every year, 6 draft picks, first round draft picks, and they keep drafting these young guys. These guys are getting like 18 minutes per game. DMPs like crazy. They're not really developing. They don't care to develop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you got guys like Maury that in Philly that he think he's a genius. He got Embiid there. He went and got Harden. You know what I'm saying? But now Harden wants out. So now on the outside looking in, they look like a team that needs to blow it up. Toronto too. You mentioned Toronto. Who's over there? What's the name? Masai Ujiri, whatever his name is. He's like an arrogant prick himself. And I'm tired of hearing him throughout the years like he's such a genius. But right now, the genius thing to do, like you said, they did. Fred VanVleet just left. They got nothing for him. So they got Spicy P over there. They got OG. Those guys need to go. They have the other kid, Grant. The what's his name? The shooting guard they have over there. His name Grant.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, man. But there's another player, that averages 18 points, but they can't do nothing with these players. So, they're basically putting like these guys, not their careers, but let's say like the rest of the league. They're putting us in hold because you're just holding on to these players, not doing nothing with them. It kind of messes up the league a little bit, as a fan, because I want the Knicks to do well. And there needs to be fair trades. Somebody mentioned it. I think it was Shah. He was like, I don't know where they're getting this money from. I don't know, like are they just dealing in bad faith with all these second round picks and this team gets this player for free, but then the Knicks got a Knicks tax that we got to add all these extra draft picks to this stuff. So Gary Trent Jr. There you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. He got so many such great talent that he's just holding on over there and not winning nothing.
Right.
So it's just nonsense to me, man. I just wish they would get it together. They're getting paid a lot of money to run these franchises, and they look like they're doing a fantasy team.
You ain't lying. Shout out to Jay Boogie. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said his earlier post that I read that was a reference to LA and the maneuvering that money that they got going on. Yeah. No, man, listen, I'm telling you, Jay Boogie, LA is in. They in. If you know, you know. It's crazy. Yeah. It's wild over there. Hey, listen. Shout out to Bryn Dizen. He said, "Who is gonna unlock Obi in the Pacers?" I mean, I think that's an easy one. It's Haliburton. Like Haliburton is definitely going to. And he's ready. He's already excited. He thinks he's Pat Mahomes now. He's gonna throw all types of passes and lobs to him.
Yeah, he rubbed me the wrong way. I know he got his money, $260, but you saw him in the pool with the balloons in the background, looking like. I mean, I don't want to. This is MBK. I got to keep it PJ for the channel, man. But I mean, with the balloons in the back and stuff. I mean, come on, man. I get it. Fast break basketball, you're gonna be throwing alley-oops, but the Knicks were doing the same thing with Obi, and look what happened.
Listen, Eru. I mean, if you don't know, Haliburton is a troll, and he got a certain level of cockiness to him. We saw that when he got passed over by the Knicks. He was pissed off with Sacramento. He came to the Garden and tried to get busy on us, and he did get busy on us. But I think he got a little humbled when Sacramento wound up trading him. Right. But he's still got that cockiness in him. He's still there. Look at what happened when Wally Zerbiak said he wasn't an all-star. Look how quick he came out and said something publicly. He's that type of dude. He's a fire starter over there. So yeah,
Wally was funny for that though, man. But I get it. What's the kid from Golden State that is in Washington now? The one that
drank. Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Mr. Jordan Poole. That's this generation. Jordan Poole and Haliburton with their quirky, corny kind of cornball sense of humor. Hey, I got money and I'm young, but you're still a cornball though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That don't change.
Yeah, that's what kind of like set Wally off, because Wally's from like our generation. But it is what it is, man. This is the young generation. You just got to deal with that that quirky type of cockiness that they have.
Yeah, it's very true, man. I don't know. This is, it's a different time, and these guys they're the new NBA, and they're the face. They're the faces of the NBA because a lot of the stars are getting older, or some of them are getting out of here, and their play is not the same. Like, as much as you want to market Chris Paul, the NBA knows Chris Paul ain't the Chris Paul of old, so they got to start looking to these younger guards that can do similar things to excite the crowd and really bring the fans in the seats. To watch a lot of the new commercials that come out this year, and watch how it be a couple new faces you haven't really seen them publicized before.
This
It's
remind me
the
of the
changing.
80s. Doesn't it remind you of the 80s? They were
Yeah,
looking for, like, not the 80s, like say like the early 80s, 70s when Magic and Bird came in. They saved the league, when they came in. So like the NBA is kind of in disarray now because I mean, they're holding on to LeBron and say how long he can continue. Thank God for my man in Miami, freaking Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets. Thank God for those, star players that have a little bit of class and play the right way and stuff like that. Thank God, because there's so many knuckleheads in this league now. I'm thinking about the kid from Atlanta too. He's a good point guard. He just got some money today. But he's out there slapping guys in the head and then losing by 30. He's like, what's going on here? Something definitely missing out there with these kids. But
you
it
ain't
is what it
lying, bro. He gets me like I'm telling you, he would have got a 2-piece with a biscuit from me. I
is.
don't know how these dudes. I don't care who you think he is. You better let him know that he can't be punking you in front of all these people. And then he was doing this in some of these games. Some of these games was televised. I didn't watch it, but like, yo, you crazy. You're not gonna do that to me in front of everybody. Make me look like the game will be over. I'm stopping the game because I'm gonna act out.
Yeah, listen, man, and like even those summer leagues, I think it was one of the Seattle leagues, I think, and he was like doing something to. I think Panchero was there, and he was
Hmm.
doing something. I mean, if you're gonna do that, and all that talking and then stomping around and stuff, you're not leaving the arena, bro. Like especially if I have my like East New York, if East New York is in the bleachers, man, you guys, you done started something. you know, it's not gonna end well, man. Shout out to Gersh Park, shout out to East New York and all that stuff. People don't understand that, but I mean, like I said, it's a different era. The kids think that's part of the game now. That type of showboating and stuff, the stepping over people, that type of stuff. That's all part of the game now. I don't know. Like you're not allowed to talk to somebody that steps over you. It's weird. It's a weird time.
Yeah, the NBA is soft these days, and these because it's so soft, you got these guys who are used to things being a little tougher, that think they can come in and impose their will, but they're not getting checked. Like, back in the day, Shaq would smack you with them big, meaty meat cleaver hands and like
Yeah.
shut you up for, you know what I mean? Like, just different stuff like that. Like, just humble people.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it is what
Even
it
even
is.
the current commissioner right now, he's trying to change the rules with the flopping and stuff like that. He can see it too, but he's running the league. He has to look at it from the bird's eye view rather than use his emotions because he's what real fans enjoy about the game. So it's
Right.
just he has to navigate it because he has to put out a global a global product out there. So like I said, the NBA is in trouble, man. They got Anthony Edwards and some of these guys. They're like they remind me of the Orlando Woodridges of back in the days. That type of stuff. For those that know what I'm getting at.
Orlando Woodridge.
Yeah,
Yes.
those guys, man, where they was like smoking cigarettes and drinking Budweiser at halftime, ruining the league. You got guys like John Moran, with the guns in on the internet, and it's just funny. It's funny time we in right now.
That's a fact. You ain't lying. Uh, Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Can you please do me a favor and smash that like button if you can? If it's not too much trouble, it is highly appreciated by all of us. And MBK fam enjoys the like button being smashed as well. We got 45 likes, 170, well, 202 people in here watching. Appreciate you guys, but definitely if you could hit that like button, really appreciate it. um well, we were talking about it earlier. Let me drop this down. Take a look at these. Whew, these Lakers, man. These Lakers. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger, make it a little easier for everybody. All right, guys. This is the Los Angeles Lakers roster. I don't know if it's all accurate because I tell you in the offseason, every time I go to ESPN or I go to the NBA.com during the offseason, I see some wild stuff. Now, thankfully, I think some of this is somewhat current. I've seen sometimes where I see a name of a guy who's not even playing. And I'm like, why is he on the roster? But whatever. So, looking at these Lakers, and like I said, some of these guys may not be on the team, but technically, because of the contract they signed, they still got days on it. Who knows? But so Max Christie, Anthony Davis, Winyan Gabriel, we got Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Jalen Hood Shafino, who's draft pick for them. You got LeBron James, Maxwell Lewis, Scottie Pippen Jr., Torian Prince, who they just picked up, Austin Reeves, Cam Reddish, who they got this year, this offseason, should I say, D'Angelo Russell, who re-signed, Cole Swider, Tristan Thompson, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, who they just picked up this this offseason, and Lonnie Walker the fourth. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't know how they do it. How are you able to re-sign Rui, who got about 50 plus million, somewhere around there? Austin Reeves, who got 50 plus million. You re-signed D'Angelo Russell, who got some good money. Anthony Davis is already making good money. LeBron James is making really good money. And you still have the ability to. Well, I mean, look, Gabe Vincent is making peanuts, so that's. I mean, look at high. That's not even $2 million. Wow. I don't know. Let me see who else. Let's see what Torian Prince is getting 8 million.
It's just weird. I'm looking at it, No, but they have so much turnover every year, So they barely made the playoffs because of chemistry issues, injury issues and stuff like that. So the Lakers keep flipping the roster like that. I don't know how you could be a Lakers fan and really enjoy all the player movement and stuff, because there's no continuity to anything.
The hell is Tristan Thompson making? Pennies? What is this? 10,000?
Yeah, that must be something like because I don't think he's on the roster anymore.
I think this might be his antiquated contract that's like he's counting down the days, like this is what he's getting per day or something. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy.
Yeah, today's the day for it to be cleared up, so probably over the weekend or so they probably change all these numbers and stuff.
I mean, when you look at it like this, I guess you could see how the Lakers could do this stuff. A lot of these guys are not making a lot of money. Like the big names we already saw, like between D'Angelo, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, and then Torian Prince is making the next most. But a lot of these guys are making little money. I can't even believe Lonnie Walker is making this much. 6 million?
I mean, I guess. Is Lonnie Walker on the Lakers though? Did he go
somewhere else? I don't know, bro. That's why I don't like looking at these rosters in the offseason. It'd be trippy. But yeah, so that's what it is. I mean, I guess when you look at it, you can see how they could do it. It's just crazy. I don't understand how they don't have some penalties or owe somebody some money that they might have cut or released. We know the Westbrook money has come off the books, but I don't know.
Yeah, they said the Lonnie Walker went to the Nets. He's on the Nets.
Yeah, you see, and thank you guys, because this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm doing this just so we can kind of look at it. But I hate looking at this stuff. They don't update nothing. It's the worst.
Yeah, Cam Reddish just signed over there too.
Get out of
funny.
Here.
Funny stuff there.
Crazy. It's annoying. It's really annoying.
Yeah, they got to figure it out though. Like I said, chemistry wise and stuff. They got to figure out who's, because I mean this guy Anthony Davis, he doesn't want to play center. He got to play power forward. But then they signed Roy Hachimura. So how's that going to work? It's just a lot of weird stuff going on with these rosters. I would love to get the job. Something like we was talking about it on the free agency special that I did, like with these salaries that these TV personalities are getting. It's like you pay Max Kellerman $5 million to say the nonsense that he says. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing, like just with the NBA, bring it back to the NBA, just like the front office guys. We don't really know their salaries and stuff, but we keep saying their names like, oh, this guy. But look at the moves. Look at what they do year in and year out. How they waste money and stuff. These guys are not getting paid. You know, uh, United States, medium salary. They're not getting like 50,000 a year. These guys are getting buku bucks to just totally destroy NBA franchises. It's unreal.
You ain't lying. I don't necessarily know what is happening, why this stuff is happening in the way it is happening. It seems pretty ridiculous to me. But they keep letting it happen. No one's stopping it. So
Yeah, I see. Pudge said clutch. The agencies right now are running the NBA, so it's kind of crazy. We're kind of like in flux right now and with this thing. But I mean, if to bring it back to the Knicks, this is a prime opportunity for the Knicks to really make a big play. We're not really spending a lot of crazy money. We're waiting for the opportune time to make the right move, to get better and stuff. So we're playing with monopoly money out there, but the Knicks have been pretty pretty calm, compared to everybody else. So opportune time to really, seize the opportunity to win the championship. You know what I'm trying to say? Next couple years or so.
I know exactly what you're trying to say. And shout out to Geraldine. She had mentioned something about the Knicks being win now. What do you think about that? Do you think the Knicks are in win now mode?
Yeah, that does piggybacks on what I was saying. The salaries are going crazy. All these teams, they're more concerned with you know, giving guys extensions with no wins. Guys haven't won nothing and getting all this bread and stuff. Meanwhile, the Knicks are holding on to Julius, where people are saying that he's overpaid. Makes $25 million next year. All NBA player, 25, 10, and 4 for that price point. Brunson, he's making what, like 26 or something like that. I don't know how much he's making. He's not making that much, but he's more than likely gonna be an all NBA player next year as well. RJ Barrett has the potential to extend. So we have a great roster right now. So I mean, with the East, with like teams like the Celtics, that they think they're getting better, but to us, I don't really feel it. Philly's in disarray. The Bucks are in disarray. We don't really know what they're going to do. How they're going to get better, these teams. Toronto. So right now is the opportune time for the Knicks to really take advantage of this right now. So we should be extremely aggressive. I think to take advantage of this little window of time, because it's like, people put too much into developing players like Grimes of the world. Next year Grimes could just be the same trash he's been up until this point. RJ could still be inconsistent. Obi Toppin could go over there in Indiana and still lose and not do nothing. They're too worried about that, the long haul in 5 years and 10 years. But yeah, we literally could have this 2-year window where if we can get something together, we can swoop in there and win a championship. Because who's gonna stop us, really? You got the Denver Nuggets and Phoenix on the other side. Outside of that, I'm looking at the league. I'm just like, yo, this is like right for the Knicks to try to do something to take it away. My opinion.
No, I think that's fair. Who is yeah, I mean, it's true. I think you're right. I think what's going on right now is it's still wide open. I don't care what, like, after what took place this past year, I'm not concerned about anything. I'm just thinking with whoever your team is, whatever that team has got going on, they need to just focus on that, improve the team. If you're going for stuff, if you're not going for it, and stripping it down, breaking it down, you do what you got to do. But I don't think any team should really be afraid or worried about another team, because anything can happen. Like this year proved that. Like anything can happen. And teams getting knocked out in the first round that you wouldn't expect getting knocked out. Opportunity just presents itself. You just got to be ready to pounce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at Miami. Miami came out the East. They were in the finals. The Miami Heat were in the finals. all the big teams, like I said, the Bucks, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Cavaliers, all these different teams that have all these star players. None of these guys were in the finals. It was the Miami Heat with nobody. Somebody says, "Oh, this guy don't know basketball. He can't remember names." Listen, I'm 40-something years old, man. I got dementia, probably borderline dementia. That's why I can't remember the names. You know what I'm saying? But listen to this. Like I said, the Bucks, you got the Celtics, 76ers, Cavaliers, and the Nets. All these teams that were supposed to have been championship contenders, where the Knicks weren't supposed to make the playoffs according to earlier on in the season. The Miami Heat was the team that made it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't know basketball, but neither does half the NBA world. Even the guys the executives out there, they don't know what they're doing either.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's a very good point. Man, I wish I knew what was going on, what's happening, what they're actually trying to do out here, but don't know. So I can't stress it. But just don't second guess your team. That's what I would say. Don't second guess them, because you just never know what's going to happen. Let me take a look at the NBA standings once again. 58 and 20. Let me look at this here. Let me see here. Yep. Okay. 58 and 24. The Bucks led the East. Knocked out in the first round. You know what I mean? Like, it's unpredictable. The Nuggets were 53 and 29. They made it all the way and they won the championship. Okay. But the Grizzlies, you know what I mean? The Kings had a decent showing. Their first appearance being, relevant in quite some time. Suns got up out of there. You know what I mean? Warriors, who have been favorites for many years, up out of there. Clippers, up out of there. Like, there's a lot going on, man. It's like the changing of the guard. I said it before, and it's just continuing to happen. And as long as you can remember, you never know exactly when it hits, but you can kind of see once it starts hitting. You just watch it flow. Watch how certain teams start to fade out. Every year they get weaker and weaker, and they can't sustain because they've built up, so much money that they've spent. Creating the teams, the tax hits, the cap hits that they're taking. You wind up, it's it. Once you see the Golden State Warriors trade off Klay Thompson, it's a wrap. it's a wrap. Watch. But we're not there yet.
Yeah. I don't think Golden State will do that. I think they love those guys so much. And it's just a different, like the Bay Area. Just the Bay Area, that market is a loving market. You know what I'm saying? So even with Sacramento, that region of the country, they're a loving market. So if they lose with carrying those guys, they won't boo them the way the Knicks will destroy them and rip, burn their jerseys and all that stuff. I don't think Golden State will do that. They would rather lose every single game than let those guys go, just so they can have, their flowers and stuff like that. So it's a different region of the country over there, I think.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I agree with that.
With the Knicks, dude, what do you think the Knicks are going to do with this offseason? Because all these guys are signing these extensions and stuff. Quiet as kept. Like Brunson, this is why I say 2 years, because Brunson is going to be eligible for an extension pretty soon too. If his counterpart, Fred VanVleet got 260 over 5 years, then what is Brunson going to get? Brunson's going to probably, in 2 more years or so, he's probably going to get $300 million over 5 years, because he'll be at the same age, 29 years old. So we're going to have to start extending these guys. Julius is going to be up for an extension too. So, guys like IQ and these guys too. So what are we going to do about that?
Yeah, I think Brunson's easy 200 plus, probably 240, 250. With incentives, maybe take him to 270. But I think that the whole thing is going to go up. Everybody's going to go up. And whatever happens in next year's offseason, that's going to set the tone, because that's going to take everything up. Now that Haliburton has pushed things up with his incentives to 260, like you said, it's just going to keep, pushing up a little bit. And then by the time Brunson comes out, it might hit 300 by then. Who knows?
What about that W though? What is that going to do with the wins and losses? How do we get better that way?
Well, we gotta. I guess it really all depends on the CBA agreement, and how it continues to be. I don't even know how long these CBA agreements stay into effect before they decide on the next one. I don't. Do you know that window? I don't know.
No, I mean it's similar to most unions and stuff. It's like 3 to 5 years. They'll have like a
Hmm.
3 or 5 year contract. I think this one might have been five. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. You got to
Mm.
call up Evergreen for that. Evergreen
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
all
And
that
the
technical stuff.
the resident capologist. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know, man. But I will say though, I think the Knicks are in win now, and I think that window is these next 2 years. I'm not saying they got to win the championship this year, but I think the way the trajectory is going, I want the Knicks to be successful this year with the mixture of young and semi-veteran talent.
Yeah.
Because if they continue to show some promise but don't really look like they're taking that next step, I think next year could be a wild one, man. Knick fans might lose their minds. Like, yo, they traded who for what?
Right.
Yo, like,
But I think I mean, a guy like PG. I guess the reason why we didn't make that trade because of the extension. He wanted an extension, So I think that was just like we just can't do that, with him. Just judging about like we're talking about forecasting the salary cap and stuff, But I mean, if he came over here and just stayed for maybe like a 2 year extension or something like that, then Knicks might have done that. But
hmm
if you give away assets and get Paul, like a Paul George here, then I don't know if you're going to talk about some of the guys dangling, but you got Christian Wood out there, you got Kelly Oubre, you got PJ Washington, you got so many different decent players out there that you can fill spots in. If we trade away, playable players and bring in one of these bigger names like that, like I said, we could still plug in other guys that could fill in the spot. Because at this point, now we're going for it. Now we're like,
hmm
okay, listen, we're going full Lakers. Money's gonna come out of nowhere. All these players are gonna start signing with us and stuff. We're gonna be going for it. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I mean you're right. I agree. But the only thing is, like, some of these guys that are dangling out there, I just don't see how the Knicks get involved with these guys because it's not that it's not that it's not good value, but okay, it depends. Like Christian Wood, I'm not a big fan of Christian Mingle. That's me. I just don't know about,
I
like,
like
you know
that.
what I mean?
I
Like
like that, Christian Ringo.
I don't love his game. And
Right,
I may be in the minority, but I think as you can see with Dallas, his game don't look as good as it did with Houston because Houston didn't have nobody over there. He was
right,
able to he was able to get busy. When you come to a team where you got other players that command the rock, and especially a guy like Luca who has the ball in his hand so much, it kind of changes something from you. You're not the man anymore, and your touches aren't the same, so it gets a little different.
yeah.
So
Jason.
I just go ahead.
Well, I was gonna just piggyback what you said. Jason Kidd, he's like one of those old school kind of coaches too. He just benched him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you did 20 points per game over there, like you were saying, but he just benched him for a reason. Same way like Fournier and these guys are benched by Tom Thibodeau. These coaches have a reason why they bench these guys. That's all I want to add to that.
No, 100%. I agree with you, and that's just how it is. Like with these players, like some of them they look good in the situation, but you got to think about what the situation was.
Right.
Like, who's another? And the flip side too. That's where you kind of want to be on that flip side. You want to be able to catch the next Miles Bridges, like a guy who played, really solid defense for his team and could score a little bit, but didn't get a whole bunch of touches. But you knew he, maybe he had a little bit of ability in him. And then as
Mhm.
soon as he got all the touches and the time, he blow up.
Right.
That's kind of like, you want to be you want to be able to get one of those guys like when it's happening, but it ain't easy to get them either. But that's what, if the Knicks could get one of those type of guys right now, that would be fantastic. You got to take a chance sometimes, but still, like it's worth it if you can catch one.
I mean, we have our guys. I mean, Obi Toppin. I think we could have developed him a little bit different. Tom Thibodeau gave him that 3 point shot. Which he developed under Tom Thibodeau. But there's other things that he could have added, handle and things of that nature in these 3 years. Then that he could have been somebody that maybe instead of being Amari Stoudemire, where people thought he was going to be Amari, he's much
Hmm.
skinnier and much more finesse guy. he could have been something else, on the squad if you would have, led him in a different way. This guy IQ, IQ people keeps putting him on the bench. Nah, he's a bench player. He's a bench player. Yeah, but John Starks was a bench player too. John Starks won 6th man of the year, and then he became a starter and made an all-star team and all that stuff too. So just there's got to be a way to flip the money a different way, but if you're not thinking that way, then we have to move in a different direction. You have to, if these guys are good, we have to be able to flip it for something good too, not just like 2nd round draft picks, for Obi Toppin and stuff like that. It's just, this is atrocious.
Yeah, like what Sincere. Shout out to Sincere in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking with us. And all the people who may be tuning in, all the names. I may not be able to get to all y'all, but y'all know the love is there, man. Shout out to all y'all. But he said, go get Kelly Oubre for the vet minimum. First off, I don't think Kelly Oubre is taking the vet minimum. But if we could get him for the vet minimum, that would be fantastic. And that's part of the reason why I think the Knicks can't jump out the window, because they don't have money. And if they want to get somebody here, they got to get somebody that's already under contract and match the numbers. Or if they want somebody who's a free agent that might be out there, which there's not that many people out there anymore, they have to figure out a sign and trade. They got no money. They are right at the cap.
Right.
They can't even. I think it was Fred Katz who said it. Might have been Fred Katz. The Knicks are right at the cap. Like they can't even go over $10 more. They're strapped. So
right.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I did want to talk about something very important. And this is probably the biggest thing going on right now. And it's the thing that I don't know how it's going to affect the NBA, but it definitely is something that we need to, take into account. Like, because this could affect other players. Well, I'll show you so you guys know what's going on. Boy. Get that out of here. Let me give me a second. Let me drop this down. Boom. There we go. Yeah. Got to really get that going.
I knew it was going to be something good.
Okay. That's all I'm giving. I see you. I ain't doing it. Watch out, copyright. All right. That's it. That's it. You know what's happening. Listen, get your popcorn. Okay, she ready. She ain't playing around. Don't mess around. It's Brittney, biatch. Let's go. Oh, baby. Come on, Brittney. Say it ain't so. She's trying to deal with the issues that are happening in our NBA by creating her own Wembanyama drama, folks. That's right. Apparently, Brittney Spears has, feeling quite appalled. Someone from Wembanyama's camp, his security team, slapped Brittney Spears.
I'm sorry to laugh, man, but that story
it ain't so, folks.
Yeah,
say it ain't so. I don't even know how this happens, but apparently Brittney Spears was, according to TMZ, Brittney Spears was allegedly assaulted Wednesday night in Vegas after a member of NBA phenom Victor Wembanyama's security backhanded her in the face. Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Listen, men shouldn't put their hand on women. It's not the funny part. It's just we're talking about Wembanyama's security team and Brittney Spears. How does this even happen? Did they not know who Brittney was? It's Brittney, bitch. I think they didn't know who she was and thought she was a groupie or something. Like, how does this happen?
But a back slap, though? The back slap is what almost made me. That's like a Tyler Perry thing. Who back slaps people in 2023?
I don't know. They got video of it too. Apparently,
There's video of it. Oh, I would pay. I would pay for that video.
I don't know, man. Like, okay, Brittney, I'm sorry. I'm not making light of that because it's like I said, no man should put their hand on a woman. But that is just crazy stuff right now. You talk about drama in the. This is Wembanyama. Welcome to the league.
Yeah, did you see the interview? They interviewed him, and he's standing there like it's a CSI. I can hear the boom, boom in the back. Like, oh my god, could you shut this guy up? Like he's from France. Like this, like the paparazzi over there is different. They let you monologue, and you don't get incriminated. But in the United States, you keep talking. It's like, yo, bro, stop talking. It's like you don't know nothing. Just say you don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. But he was just giving his big, long, drawn out thing. Oh yeah, we was walking. I wasn't sure, but I saw somebody coming. They didn't come on. They didn't touch my shoulder. I'm like, bro, would you be quiet? Like somebody say something. Hit him with the dart. Drag him out. Stop talking. But listen, man. Brittney is gonna sue the brakes off of these guys. You know what I'm saying. And that bouncer prize is never gonna work a major event again. He might even see jail time and all that stuff, man. So he deserves all that stuff, man. Because a lot of these, security guys are sociopaths, man. They get these jobs, because they were like whatever they were at one point, and they get this job, and then they let it get to their heads. They're like bullies, So when they get the job now, they say, oh, "I'm a professional bully right now," So they think they could do what they want. So hopefully that guy gets everything that he's supposed to get with this stuff here, man. Because that's crazy. What a crazy story.
The wild thing is Metro PD is treating this very serious. I mean, it's Brittney, bitch. Like they're treating this very serious, and it's a criminal investigation. So the gentleman involved is Damian Smith. He's the director of the team security for the San Antonio Spurs. So that's not good.
That's his name? That's the guy that did that?
Yeah.
Wow, so it was San Antonio Spurs security. That's no good.
Yeah, that's no good. He's gonna be out of job.
Yeah, because I mean, like I know some of the guys that do security for MSG. There's protocol, man. There's strict protocol on how to handle things. If you remember Charles Oakley, remember when they was trying to get Charles Oakley out of there? There's a way to do it. You cannot just like backslap a guy just because she's a security guard. There's like protocols and things that that has to happen. So. That's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not showing if it happened, like if it was something funny looking and it was two dudes that it took place with, maybe, but I ain't showing a man hitting a woman. So guys, you're just gonna have to look it up for yourselves. But it's just, I don't know, man. I just think, this kid must be like, man, what is going on? I come to San Antonio to, be here in America, and this is the first thing I'm dealing with. Like, he hasn't even played on a court yet. I think his first game is tomorrow in the summer league. He didn't play the first one, so I was like, damn, this is what I'm dealing with as soon as I get here. And this is from the San Antonio Spurs security team that's supposed to be taking care of me. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, but you had me dying. You said the Wembanyama drama, so I'm quite sure somebody got a laptop right now with that posted or a vision board. Said, I'm about to make $1 million over this headline. And what happened, it was like,
there you go, Yahtzee.
Yeah.
I should have trademarked that, but whatever, it's okay.
Yeah. That sucks though, But I mean, it should. Hopefully, it blows over. It's not too crazy. Everybody gets what they deserve out of this thing, and it just doesn't get drawn out. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I hope that's not true, because that is, I mean, like, look, she knows she was a child phenom, or child, maybe not, a teenage phenom. Let's say that. She knows how this stuff goes, being young and having an entourage of people. And it's not like this was his homies that did this. This is the security team, like the head of the security team that did this. That's not his fault. He didn't say go slap Brittney Spears. So a public apology? No. Get a public apology from the San Antonio Spurs as an organization. Don't put this on Wembanyama. He ain't got nothing to do with this. Come on, Brittney, you're better than that.
Yeah, I feel bad about San Antonio too, because I mean, they should they're professionals. This is NBA security. This is not just like some like hood rat security at a nightclub or something like that. This is like professional NBA security where they're dealing with celebrities. It's not just Wembanyama. There's like it's like just dealing with the MSG security, like, because I just know them. They deal with all kinds of celebrities. It's not just the players themselves. They got celebrity role that they have to cater to as well. They have to buffer the crowd between the crowd and those celebrities as well. So there's protocol, there's ways to deal with stuff. That's why Spike Lee went through all that stuff too, because they need Spike Lee to go through the security exits. That way they can better cater to these stars. You know what I'm saying? So shame on San Antonio for allowing that to happen. Because I mean, if Britney Spears is walking around and nobody cares about Britney Spears, she's Britney, like you said, she's Britney Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cared, nobody knew that Britney Spears was there, and it's to the point where she gets backslapped. That is crazy to me. That's Britney Spears. She's a global icon. Like everybody knows who Britney Spears is. You know what I'm saying? Like so there should have been something. There should have been like a buffer around her, to protect her. Who was protecting Britney Spears at that time? You know what I'm saying? So this is at a restaurant, so I don't know.
Okay, so but there's more to the story. So I guess apparently, like as you can see, what D. Coolis said, what's worse is Victor went into the restaurant and ate his food like nothing happened. So he didn't even, he didn't even acknowledge me. So apparently, let me see where's the rest of the scoop. I might as well read the whole story. I mean, I don't want to be speculating. Might as well if they got more info, why not, right? So Brittney and company, and this is, I know you guys remember, like, this ain't what we want. Listen, this is the number one draft pick, Wembanyama, baby. Come on, this is NBA. Let's go. So apparently, Brittney and company walked over to Catch, which is the name of the restaurant. And as they were entering the restaurant, Brittney spotted Victor. So I guess Brittney knows a little something about the number one draft pick. Okay. We're told she's a fan and went over to ask him if they could take a photo together. She tapped him on his back right shoulder, which, you're not supposed to be touching people, but I could understand, and he's tall as hell. So she's like, hello, Mr. Wembanyama. We're told the director of team security from San Antonio Spurs, the team that drafted Victor, okay, whatever, instantly backhanded her. Like, he didn't even wait. Damn. Causing her to fall to the ground, knocking her glasses off. Damn. Sheesh. Apparently, Brittney composed herself, went to her table. We're told that the security guy came over to the table, apologized. He said, you understand how it is when you're being swarmed by fans. He apologized, and Brittney accepted it. Or so he thought. It's Brittney, bitch.
There's no
anyway.
Way. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what happened, folks. That's the story. Wild times, man. Wild times. That's one of the strangest things. I mean, he must be. I don't know what type of guy Wembanyama is. I know he's a young guy, so whatever. He's probably like, I don't want to deal with none of this stuff. I don't even know who Brittney Spears. He probably don't even know who Brittney Spears really is. He could, but he's young. He's young, so we don't know.
Yeah, I mentioned global icon. Somebody said that too in the chat. He said, these young kids don't even know who he. Wembanyama probably don't even know who she is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she hasn't really done much in like 20 years or so, 15, 20 years.
That's a shame. What's really bad is that she's actually a fan of the guy, a young guy. So that sucks. If it had just been any basketball player, it just happened like, oh yeah, whatever. Hey, you want to take a pic? But she actually liked that's a shame. Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Okay, enough of the Wembanyama drama. We move on. Yeah, man. But so I mean, what do you think? Like, if you had to be, I'm not that you're a betting man, but you are. What do you think the next domino to drop will be?
Oh man, I don't know, man. This guy, Ian Bagley, he threw a little cryptic thing today. He said that there's people that close. They always said it. There's people close to me that I trust. It was like his grandma or something like that. I don't know. They just use this language, these reporters and stuff. But he was like that. Just watch the situation over there in Philly. But anybody with common sense could see that. Look at this squad. They have what's the name? Tobias Harris is making $39 million, my man. $39 million. Then you have Embiid. Then you have the kid that what's his name, man? Like I said, I got I'm like half senile and stuff. They have the shooting guard over there. Harden is about to get traded. So they don't have a roster. That's the point I'm trying to make. They don't have anybody. Yeah. They have just a bunch of role player, no name guys, and they lost somebody too. They lost that guy Yang. They lost him to free agency as well. So they don't even have a squad there. Maxey, yeah, Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, they got all these. They have this. That's all they have. They have Maxey. They have Tobias Harris and Embiid right now, with Harden about to be out of here. They're not going to get value for that they think they're going to get for Harden. They might actually end up keeping Harden if all things don't go the way they wanted to. But what are they doing? So I mean, if it was me, okay, listen, we had a nice run with Embiid. So listen, I'm a ditch Harden and trade him wherever he wants to get. I'll get whatever assets I need. Get rid of Embiid as well and get the massive thing, pause, with the draft picks and stuff, and just build it over. Like if you're a good GM, you should be able to flip that. Two major pieces like that, you should be able to flip it. And especially Tobias Harris is on an expiring deal, so that $39 million is coming off. It's not like this squad is like a bottom dwelling franchise. This is the Philadelphia 76ers. So you should be able to get a bag for Embiid, a bag for Harden. Let Tobias go off the books, and let's start it over. The Philly deserves it. I think Philly will be down with it. They're not going to be mad if Embiid gets out of here. When he was crying in the playoffs, they wanted him off the team. So that's Philly. So they're going to be down for a rebuild, especially once they see the bag they get back. So they need to do something with that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, they definitely do. I don't know. Well, let me. So, where could Harden go though? Where could Harden go?
Yeah, that's tough. You got to comb the league and see.
And who wants him? Like he wanted to go back to Houston. How much money? Let's see. Let's see.
He could have went to Houston, but they went and got Fred VanVleet.
Right. Oh yeah, Fred VanVleet took up a lot of their money, and they gave $20 million to what's his face, the dude from Memphis, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks.
So they may not even have the money to deal with Harden right now.
But that's some evidence right there, because Houston had Harden at one point and they went and traded him. Just got rid of him. They had Westbrook and these guys. They got rid of those guys a couple years. Not even a couple years, maybe 2 seasons maybe went by. Now look at them. They're ready to start the new chapter now.
That's funny, Mac ass salute.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, 2 second-round picks, and then we'll be like, let me tell you, some wild stuff happened, and Harden got traded for something that really does not make sense. Even myself, who doesn't like Harden and wouldn't want him with the Knicks, I gotta be like, what?
Right.
But I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want him here. I don't care what they trade him for. Like Harden he's like the worst possible type of player to add to a team that is functional. You know what I mean? Because he's not a cancer. You know what I mean? He's not like he's gonna rip up your clubhouse, but he does in his own way. Like just for the way his stardom and how he commands the ball, his salary, his ways that he has, like his ways that he has being one of the main guys on a team. He just is a certain way. Like, and that's the reason why what success has James Harden had anywhere he's gone, outside of early success with OKC, and then very limited early success with Houston. He had really good regular season success, but like, where's the real payday? Like, if you look at a guy like Jokic, who's winning MVPs and now is winning a championship.
Yeah, it's rough. Harden is like a drunk uncle. Your uncle, he's drunk. He likes to drink. He sip his his cognac or whatever special drink that he likes to drink. But when it's time to go, that he's good. He drives better when he's drunk. You know what I'm saying? So that's James Harden for you right there.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, guys,
but he can still get it the job done. But who wants him?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who wants him? That's pretty much the show for today. It's a condensed show, not talking about too much, giving you guys a little bit of an update around the league, what's going on. A couple people got new deals. Taurean Prince got a new deal with the Lakers. You just mentioned him, and I'm just what the hell is his name? I just was just thinking about the dude. Oh my God, Father Time.
The senile report. You can't remember nothing out of here.
I know what it is. It's because I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm like, I can't remember nothing. DeJounte Murray. Hector.
Yeah, is Hector your third? The behind the scenes guy.
Oh, Jose.
Oh my God, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, Jose's doing well, man. Jose's like, he took a new job, and his new job is very demanding of his time. So
Right.
because of that, he had to fly like a sparrow and do his thing. But we appreciate him. He's always going to be a part of still Knick fans.
Yeah.
But he just, you know, it's
Yeah, I
how it
remember.
is.
I remember being on the show, and like it's just you guys on the show, and you forget that he's in the background. Then you just hear him like, "Oh, snap, who the hell was that? Jesus, is that you? You know, no, that's Jose in the
Hello.
background."
He's like,
Yeah,
hello. That's my
yeah.
guy, man. Yeah, miss him.
Yeah.
But he's doing well. He's doing well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, condensed show, just giving you some updates. But the last thing I want to touch on before we get out of here, get Eru's parting words. Damian Lillard.
Hmm.
What is happening? I feel like Damian Lillard kicked this whole thing off, right? It kind of started with his rumors, right? And then a couple days into it, then he came with his own little announcement. I want to be traded. And nothing has happened since. And he put his little ultimatum out there. I want to go to Miami. And Portland said, okay, yeah, we'll see. So, in the end, I kind of still think he's going to wind up in Miami because his staff, that's the thing. When you talk about a guy who has been so loyal and hasn't spoken up and hasn't said anything, when they actually do speak up, those type of guys are usually prepared to go all the way. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's like an emotional person. They show you so much love. They're overly emotional, but when they're upset, watch out. So,
Yeah.
like his team said, okay, yeah, let's put it out there. We're ready. We finally ready. Want to be traded. We want to go to Miami. Portland, no, we'll trade you where we're going to trade you. That makes sense for both of us. Okay, we'll try to look out, but if it don't work and we got to take the best package that helps our team, we're going to do it. And especially after you got Jeremy Grant, influenced and had him signing the deal and you want to be traded now, that's not good. But then apparently Dame's agent is calling around to other teams. Listen, you don't want Dame. Believe me, you don't want Dame. Whoa. What's going on here? Yeah, because they're saying that listen, if you get Dame, he's not going to be a happy client, a happy ball player for your team. So they're basically threatened to, I don't know what that means. Will Dame not hit baskets? Will he not want to play? I don't know what that means, but they're trying to do their own little scare tactics. So what do you think about this Dame situation and where it's at now?
My thing is these players need to have foresight. They Dame thinks of himself in a certain way. He doesn't
Mhm.
need the championship. He says he just wants to play on a certain team. He wants to play good basketball. He thinks his career is solidified, which he does. He can say that. He can say that. But if you get to this point in your career, why sign that deal? Like the money is guaranteed to you. But why sign that deal? The money's like you're gonna get your money anyway. So but I mean, but if you sign with a team that you could see that they're not building around you properly, nothing is working. You want to be loyal, but now it comes down to this the last straw now. So now, but you
Mhm.
already signed that deal. You're gonna be making he's gonna be making 60 something million in that last year, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna be like 29 at that time. He's gonna be like damn near 40 at that time. He's gonna be like in his mid 30s or whatever. Going towards closer to 40 than 35.
Right.
So why even sign that deal to stranglehold yourself like that? He should have had the foresight himself to go to Miami. Because Miami they have the money and they have the flexibility to make a move to sign him. He could have went to Miami, on his own. So I don't know, man. Just for the league wise, man. Just like the WNBA hooked up the Liberty. I think the NBA needs to do the same thing. So listen, just jump up in here. So listen, man, just send him to Miami. Send him to Miami. Maybe behind the scenes we'll do something to help you guys with the books or something like that. But just send him to Miami and just let the season go on. Because like you said, what do you think is holding up? I think you said something about that earlier on. It's probably the Dame trade, like you said. You know,
Yeah, could be. It could be. Dame and Harden might be holding a lot of stuff up, you know,
yeah.
because there's so many assets that's going to be coming back for both of those players. You would think so. That definitely is. I think people are kind of waiting to see what happens there.
Yeah.
They're also kind of waiting to see if that opens something up too, like maybe a team. As soon as that happens, they're like, okay, yeah, this is what they did. This is what they got back. We could probably do that and move Siakam and get something good back. Like now we'll make that move. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it's wild. Whatever. It is what it is. It's NBA, and this the off season I thought was going to be kind of quiet, but it's kind of lit. It's gotten a little crazy.
Yeah, this is soap operas for us, man, for sports fans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. Eru, any final words, my brother? What you got going on? You got any shows planned or scheduled?
Well, I was gonna do a show tonight, but you said you wanted to come on, so I said, "All right, go on with Ron. Why not?"
My guy, look at this guy.
I like hanging out with Ron. Yeah, so I mean, the show I was gonna do today, I might do tomorrow. We'll see, probably like around noon or so. But cool. you guys know me, man. Everything's something. Every time you look around, something. I broke my hand. I got stitches in there. I broke my foot last year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when I'm coming on, but then I come on, but you guys always show up to the channel all the time to hear what I have to say. So I appreciate it, man. So just just subscribe to Die Hard Knicks. And then you'll look to find me here on MBK too, man. I'll talk to Sim and see what we can do to to get my face on the channel a little bit more, just to help out a little bit.
Dope. Listen, man, I told you. Look, guys, as soon as Eru gets 100% healthy, we got to put this man in a bubble because he be moving out here. Like I don't know. We got to protect Eru at all costs, folks.
I need to get a map of my house so I know where things are. I keep breaking stuff in the house like that, man.
Oh man, thank you, Boulevard 73. Appreciate the generous super chat, my brother. Thank you, appreciate the kind words. Yeah, we appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all in the chat. A lot of new names in here. Appreciate that, and some obviously returning names. Thank you guys for rocking with us. And as I said earlier, once again, I don't know if this is the last show of this kind. It could be. But we are definitely moving to revamp the show. We're going to switch things up. Look for the new show first week of August. I don't know exactly the date, whatever that Thursday is, maybe. But first week of August, we are revamping the show due to the fact that there's another show out there by Knicks Fans TV called The NBA Report. Well, sorry, it's the new channel called The NBA Report, even though we have the show named The NBA Report. But like I said, we don't take that as anything. We'll just switch up. You know what I mean? We'll switch up and bring you guys something new, and we'll go from there. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope. I think you guys are gonna like it. Well, at least we're gonna try to do our best to give you guys some new content with a little new flavor. But stay tuned, guys. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think you guys are gonna look at it like this is different. I hope you look at it that way, but we'll see. Anyway. Thank you guys once again for being here, Rocker. Thank you to my guy Eru, MBK fam, for being here and helping holding it down with me. You know how we all step up for each other when we can, and that's it's just Sim gives that atmosphere, man. He makes us all feel comfortable that way, and
he's the man.
He is. Everybody's really good dudes, and ladies as well. Let's not forget the queen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as I say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Thursday nights, usually at 8:30 for the NBA Report, soon to be something else. Saturdays at 11:15 for Know the Ledge with yours truly, or Monday nights for SKF Weekly with my guy John at 9 p.m. on Mondays. So thank you once again for being here. Thank you once again to my guy Eru. Thank you guys to the chat. Please smash that like button on your way out. Get those likes. I don't know if we had 100 yet. We had 95 likes. At least that's what I see here. Can we get those likes to 100, guys? Smash that like button. Appreciate y'all. Anyway, yeah, man. Once again, it's a pleasure. It's been great. I appreciate y'all. We'll see what the Knicks do, man. Don't count the Knicks out, because if they were willing to go in on, with Paul George, except the extension got them scared, that at least shows something to me that I haven't seen them do before.
Pause.
They were ready.
Man, they saw the extension. Whoa. Can't do that.
I was like, they was ready to go in with Paul George.
I'm sorry.
Then the extension.
They saw the extension. Whoa.
Yeah, when you start seeing like that, you're like, oh, baby. Like, calm down. All right. My bad, y'all. Anyway. Take care, y'all. Be good out there in them streets, and let's just, root for our team, man. They ain't out of it. They might make a move that might surprise y'all. And shout out to the rest of the NBA fans. Your teams, who knows? What they might wind up doing. We'll just keep watching because I'm telling you, it's the change of the guard. We'll see. It's switching up out here in these streets. All right, we out. Laters. Peace. Run that shit.